Warning! Have you been so consumed by the noise of life that you're secretly blind to God's everyday miracles dancing around you? You rush through each morning like a startled runner, checking your phone before your feet even hit the floor. Yet Matthew 6:26 reminds you of the birds that neither sow nor reap, and never worry, secretly trusting in your Father, and that hidden worry over tomorrow is the first sign you're missing daily provision. You feel a restless ache in your soul when your prayer seems unanswered. But Romans 8:28 whispers that God works all things for good, even the small disappointments you dismiss. And ignoring these soft answers is a shocking indication that you're bypassing divine orchestration in favor of your own timeline. You see nothing miraculous in the burst of color as the sun lifts the dawn mist. Yet Psalm 118:24 declares, "This the day the Lord has made, hidden in plain sight," and overlooking these simple wonders signals a heart too busy for wonder. You fill your calendar with meetings and deadlines, leaving no space for the Holy Spirit's still small voice, and that urgent craving for productivity over communion with Christ is a red flag that you're substituting busyness for blessing. You may preach gratitude on Sunday, yet neglect to thank God for the meal on your table or the smile of a stranger, betraying the hypocrisy that James 1:17 exposes. Every good and perfect gift comes from above, and missing those gifts shows you've turned a blind eye to God's generosity. You measure your worth by achievements and applause instead of anchoring your identity in the cross, and that hidden craving for validation is a barrier to seeing the small signs of God's favor in your daily interactions. You think miracles must roar like thunder or flash like lightning, forgetting the shocking truth of 1 Kings 19:12 that God often moves in a gentle whisper, and dismissing that whisper means you're deaf to His guiding hand. You compare your spiritual journey to others and feel envy when they flourish. Yet Galatians 6:4 urges you to test your own work, a quiet invitation to celebrate your own path. And ignoring it is a sign you're missing the joyful miracles in your unique story. You spend hours scrolling social media feeds, marveling at grand testimonies, but you fail to notice the healing conversation. He orchestrated at your kitchen table a gentle nudge you brushed aside in favor of virtual applause. You can't recall the last time you paused in prayer with real expectancy, and that shockingly shallow spiritual rhythm betrays a soul starving for the everyday bread that Jesus promised in John 6:35. You may quote Ephesians 5:20 in passing, urging thanksgiving always, but your hurried morning commute silences your heart's gratitude, and that gap between doctrine and practice is a blinking warning light that you're missing. God's handcrafted miracles in the mundane. In the frenzy of ambition and planning, you suppress the conviction that true transformation happens not in grand events, but in whispered mercies, daily grace that heals, guides, provides, and renews. So here's your challenge. Decide right now to slow your pace, open your eyes, and retrain your heart to recognize God's fingerprints in every ordinary moment. If you continue to ignore these subtle miracles, you risk living a faith reduced to hollow ritual rather than vibrant, miracle-filled relationship with the living God